Hey, I'm Shelby.
My name's Quinn.
And we're your co-hosts of Whiskey Riff Raff, where we basically get to interview your favorite country artists and ours. We usually start by doing a little bit intro where we talk about, what concerts we've done.
And all the concerts that you've been to and all the concerts that I wish I could go to, yes, I think.
And the songs we're listening to and kind of like the big country stories of the week. However, this interview kind of got sprung on us, which we're more than happy to have Koe Wetzel on the podcast with us today. So we're just going to switch things up, and Koe Wetzel's very rowdy, so it'll be nothing if not entertaining.
Yeah, I think what we're doing is just allowing and lending more time to the Koe Wetzel portion of the podcast, which I'm sure listeners will appreciate. But if you're new here, if you're listening to Whiskey Riff Raff for maybe the first time, welcome in. We'd ask that you like, subscribe, do all the things. Be sure to follow Whiskey Riff Raff on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. YouTube, if you're watching on this right now. I know a lot of people, a lot of friends maybe potentially that are watching on YouTube. So shout out to you for stopping in. And I'm hoping we'll be able to do a giveaway soon. Is that correct?
I'm hoping a giveaway when we hit possibly 10,000 followers on Instagram.
10,000.
Our main Whiskey Riff Instagram is about to hit 1 million. However, the podcast went on a hiatus and the followers they're rising pretty fast, but we're not quite there yet.
So help us out there. As soon as we get to 10,000, we would like to do a giveaway. And so that would be exciting for us. Whiskey Riff Raff, 10,000 on Instagram, big deal.
And we might hint some possible events coming up as well. So we'll
That's
see.
right. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for all that. But for right now, let's just get into our interview with Koe Wetzel.
Koe Wetzel, welcome to Whiskey Riff Raff.
Thank y'all for having me.
It's been a while since you've been on the podcast, and we were just saying, it used to be Stephen West. We've taken it over, and since then, we're not new fans of you. However, it feels like the whole world now knows your name. Do you think that's due to something specific on Nine Lives, or do you think it's something specific that just made you blow up in the last year or so?
Yeah, probably. I mean, High Road did a lot for us, like nationally and worldwide. I feel like, I don't know, it was kind of, kind of like grassroots Texas. I mean, we would, go all over the states and sell out places and stuff. But now it's I don't know, we've got some different fans, and I don't know, it's definitely changed a little bit since we put out Nine Lives.
And we were able to catch you while you're in Nashville cutting a new record. Yeah. So can you give any insight into that, for people that are tuning in and excited to hear
for the
about
new one?
Music?
Sure. Yeah. We've been writing on it for a while now, and it's kind of like the same old crew as last time. We're back in the studio. Gabe Simon, Carrie Kay, Amy Allen's got a couple writes on the new record, and pretty much the same crew. And then we've added a few other writers on it, and it's a cool vibe. It's really good. Like I said, we're in this week. We had a write yesterday. We got a couple good ones, and now we're just tracking. So we've always kind of like wrote and tracked at the same time, and now we're actually having tracking days, which is cool. So I really get to hone in on it and just kind of beat it down, I guess. But it's fun.
What's the vibe of this one compared to Nine Lives?
It's pretty much kind of the exact same vibe. I feel like, working with Gabe, he's got his own way of doing things, and he's great at what he does, and I trust him. He's got great taste in music, and me and him have clicked from the beginning. So I don't know, it's fun working with him, and I don't know, just seeing where his his mind's at whenever it comes to the music, and him being able to take it out of me whenever we get in there. We're writing music and getting the vibes for the song. So I don't know, it's gonna be a good one.
And what's the timeline, if you can reveal anything? Because I know Nine Lives just came out last year.
I think, was it like September? I think Nine Lives was. I don't know if it'll be this year. If it is this year, it'll probably be at the end, close to the end of the year.
Gotcha.
We plan on dropping a few singles, so
that'll hold people over.
Probably just sprinkle a little bit of it out the whole time, and then, like I said, either the end of the year or the start of next year. But I've got a lot of things coming up. We've got the Hardy tour coming. About to be a dad here soon. A bunch of things in life that are coming. So we're trying to get everything wrapped up before all of this chaos ensues. So
We definitely want to talk about the tour and
Yeah.
you being a dad,
Yeah.
but I want to bring up the song Surrounded that you debuted at one of your shows. I saw a TikTok of it. Is that probably going to be one of the first singles, you think?
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do for the first single. We actually just finished up the last mix of it, so it's off at mastering right now. So we're getting pretty close with it. Yeah, I'm excited about that song. We got 3 or 4 other ones that we've kind of debated on throwing out first, but Surrounded just feels really good for us right now, and especially coming off of 9 Lives, we didn't want to get too crazy with something different. We kind of wanted to give the listeners, especially all the new fans that we have, kind of a familiar sound that they're familiar with. So yeah, Surrounded felt that way. So.
And we were talking about on the way here, certain artists do shorter albums, certain artists do larger albums, and it feels like it's a choice now, whether to do one or the other. Do you know if this one's going to be a shorter, longer, in between?
We have a shit ton of music, and so and that's a good thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we it's gonna be a longer record. I'm kind of juggling almost 2 records right now. It's kind of because I'm working with Steve Rush as well. We're doing more of a older like rock, sounding record, I guess. And then, like I said, the stuff with Gabe's a little more cut to the bone, softer I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. It's
How is that? Like, are you jumping back and forth between?
We're just like writing and making all this music, and it's just adding up. And I have probably 20 or 30 songs in the vault from the last 3 years that never saw, the light of day. And so looking back at it, and was like, oh, do we have enough music? And I go back in my files, and we have 40 something songs, 50 songs, and it's just trying to figure out where to put those, on which record. And so right now it's just kind of all over the place, but I don't know, it's a good problem to have. So.
Yeah, too many songs is better than no songs at all.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the songs are coming really easy, coming really naturally these days. So just keeping the foot on the pedal and just pumping out as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to ask, is the traditional country record you promised when you turned 30 coming?
It's getting close. It's about to be 30. It's about to be 3 years now since I said that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was really drunk whenever I posted that to Twitter. Not like me to be drunk posting on Twitter, but yeah, I don't know. I really truly want to make a traditional country record, and but again, I feel like when I'm ready for that time, it's gonna come, and I don't want to force it. And you have so many badass traditional country. You got Zach Top, Post has made some great stuff. You've got all these people that are making great traditional country music. And so I'm letting them handle it right now, and then maybe I'll come in later on. But I really do want to get to it, but it's just timing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean, we were just kind of talking before we started recording. Like, you've been super busy. You were at Coachella, Stagecoach, something that happened while you were there. Some performances of High Road with Jesse Murph.
Yeah.
So I've been. We were actually just talking about this before. I've been very, not necessarily confused, I guess, but like the reaction to that collaboration, because you've done plenty of other collaborations with non-country artists. I'm particularly a fan of the one with Diplo. I thought that was really cool. But how do you view that as an artist whenever you're just collaborating with someone that I'm sure you appreciate and someone that you can listen to their music and enjoy? How is it whenever there's not necessarily a positive reaction to something like that?
Well, yeah, I think you try not to look at it that way. I think I knew the song was great. I loved the song from the beginning. I know Jessie sounded great. It was something that I wanted her to be on because she is such a talented artist, right? And so I try to not look at it. It sucked that it happened, but I think it was just a bunch of ignorant ass people that it was kind of like cool to hate on Jessie on that song, and man, it fucking sucks because she went in and absolutely killed that song. Had that song been out with just me, myself, I don't think it would have done what it did. So I think Jessie brought, I felt like she brought that massiveness to it, to the song and all that it did. So, yeah, I don't know, man. People always got opinions, right? And it's fine for sure, but it none of the none of what was said about it made any fucking sense at all. It was just like it all felt ignorant to me, right? But no, she's great. It was I don't know, it was strange, and for the song to still do what it does, but I think with success, it's always got hate, a little bit of hate coming to it. So
Definitely.
And you see the videos of you guys performing it, and it's like everyone in the crowd is there enjoying it. So it's like it doesn't match
like I
what
said,
you see.
I think it was like a fad, like just like it was like it was like a domino effect. It was just like cool to talk shit or whatever. But I don't know. Like I said, Jessie's awesome. She's one hell of an artist. She's gonna do amazing things. So it was really cool to have her on.
And can we anticipate some more collabs on the new stuff?
We keep talking about it, but I don't know. It's kind of up in the air right now. Hopefully, maybe, but I haven't wrote anything with anybody. I was with Muscadine Bloodline the other day, and we got a pretty good one down. But I don't know if that'll be a collab at all. But it was good getting back in the studio with those guys and just chopping it up. It's been a while since we've been together, but yeah, I don't know. Collabs and all that. I feel like everybody's collabing with everybody these days, right?
At Stagecoach, I feel like everyone brought everyone out. Like
Jelly had, I don't know, he had
like
a shit
10
ton of folks.
like
and
10 people.
Everybody had, people out, and I brought Jesse on. So it was cool, though. The Stagecoach is awesome because I love festivals because you get to catch up with all your friends that you don't get to see because everybody's so busy and doing their own thing. So it was a lot of fun. I got to catch up with Jelly and Bailey and Cassius Culpepper and a bunch of other buddies of mine. So I don't know, it was a lot of fun. But
How did the collabs outside of country music come to be? Because I think as a fan, I'm trying to speak from a fan's perspective here. Like it would make sense, like, oh, country artists together doing a collaboration. But like, does Diplo reach out to you, or are you reaching out to people outside of country music to do some of these special projects?
Yeah, for me, it was a lot of Columbia. Like, so signing with Columbia, that was one of the reasons that we ended up signing with them because we knew there was a lot of things that we couldn't do on our own. And Columbia was a big part in the Diplo and Kodak Black tune. Diplo has been with Columbia on and off for a while, and so it was just kind of one of those deals. Like, I think he was doing his Thomas Wesley, whatever the country deal he does, and he just was like, "Hey, you want to do a song with Kodak?" And I think Kodak had sent him some stuff, and he sent it to me. I was like, "Absolutely," and we got in there and made a little rock tune, and it turned out to be a lot of fun.
Are there artists that you see when you're going to those festivals that you're really rooting for after seeing their sets?
Yeah, all the time. Like, can't name any off my head, but I feel like a live show is like bread and butter, right? Anybody can go in the studio and make a badass song and sound great, but what the fuck can you do on stage? Especially when there's a shit ton of people at a festival or whatever it is. But I'm always rooting for the underdog. I feel like we've always kind of been the underdog, and coming up from where we did to where we are now, and it's just, I don't know. I like bands that nobody's really ever heard of, and just kind of come out of nowhere and blow the roof off of places.
Speaking of blowing the roof off of places, you're known to do that yourself. I unfortunately have not seen you yet, but it's on.
Nice.
It's moved to Nashville a couple years ago. Like it's on my to-do list.
Yeah.
Right. I think Shelby's seen you plenty of times, but clearly you have such a rowdy fan base that kind of matches up with your personality. And I even saw like a Koe Wetzel tattoo, I think, on somebody's back the other day. So
Like your face.
Oh, really? Like a Steve-O? Just
I
like
think
me?
so.
Yeah.
So like whenever you hear things like that, or just whenever you interact with your fans, like how do you take that? And I guess a sub question is like, what's the wildest interaction you've had with a fan?
Yeah, it's always weird, whenever I see people tattoo me or my name or lyrics. Lyrics are really cool, because it's it means my music meant so much to one person. But it's still it never, like, I feel like you never get over it, right? It's kind of like, what the hell's going on? But no, it's really great. We were in, I think it was like Glasgow or somewhere over in Europe. We were in this cat come up and he's like, "Hey, can I buy you a beer?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely. Let me buy you one." We were in there eating meat pie or some shit. I can't remember what it was. And we're sitting there, we're drinking some Guineas, and he like, "Well, look at this, mate." And he freaking pulls up his leg and my whole face. I was just like, "Holy shit," But Yeah, no, it's stuff like that, man. It means a lot, man. It's crazy that music can do that to people, and for me to have that kind of impact on somebody, it means a lot to me, and that's one of the reasons I keep writing music and keep playing, because I know that there are people out there that care so much about it, and it means so much to them. So I feel like it's my job just to give them, whatever it is that they need to keep on going. So it's really cool, but yeah, I don't think I'll ever get used to it. It's kind of having my face on somebody else's body is
Yeah,
wild.
I mean, going to a bar and someone saying "I'll buy you a beer" is one thing, but then like that was just basically the intro so they could show you their tattoo. I think.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those. They're gonna get to the gates one day, and the good Lord's gonna be like, "You did everything right, but this Koe Wetzel tattoo, come on, dog, what's going on?" So,
See, I feel like that, but you probably have crazier girl stories of girls.
Yeah.
I want to dive into you being a dad and everything, but I would love to hear some like the craziest thing a girl has done to get your attention. I know the bras go on stage. I'm wondering if there's anything crazier that's been thrown on stage, honestly, or if I even want to know. But.
Yeah, we've had some crazy shit go down, and I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one there because I don't know. I could probably give you a PG version of some stuff, but I don't know. People are crazy, man.
You've mentioned that you've slowed down your drinking quite a bit, probably like last year. Is that still the case?
It is, but now it's like whenever I say I'm gonna drink, it's like doubled down, and I hurt for like 2 or 3 days. So I'm not drinking as much as I used to, but I'll still run a fucking muck with some folks. I'll get after it. But I think it's just all a part of everything that's going on, and kind of looking at everything with a broader view. It's not. It used to be all about the party and just playing music, trying to get enough money to get to the next show, and now I have so many people that are looking up to me to get paid and to live life, and it's kind of me stepping back and looking at it and going, hey, this is a lot bigger than you are now. So I think just I don't know, kind of, I guess growing up or whatever, and like I said, about to be a pop here for too long. So,
yeah. Surely being a dad, having that on the horizon has made you say, okay, maybe
100%, dude. I'm terrified and I'm excited. There's so many emotions going on right now, and I think we're about a month and a half out. So, yeah, it's coming. It's real.
You broke a lot of hearts when you announced it. That was like number one thing when we posted it. Every day, every girl's day was ruined when that was announced. Now, some people are big fans and know, the details of who is the mother of your baby. Yeah. And some people don't. Like, I honestly had no idea who she is. So for the people who don't, would you mind sharing kind of?
Yeah, we met in college. We've kind of been on and off, for the last 10 years or whatever. And I don't know, it just kind of came back around, and it's a wild story. It's crazy, and yeah, I think me being, I'm about to be 33 in July, and just kind of settling down and stuff. I don't think it could have happened at a better time. this could have happened back whenever I was 23, 24, and acting the way I was, and not having a dollar to my name. So she's gonna grow up spoiled. She's already got so many people that love her, and she's got a bunch of mean uncles. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're pumped.
And obviously, you said you were terrified, but I think from what I've heard is no one's ever ready.
Yeah, absolutely. And
you can be prepared, but no one's ever ready.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think anybody's ever ready for it, but I'm excited, because it's going to be such a big change for me, and
you'll be a girl dad,
and
right?
and it's going to be I'm going to be a girl dad, and that's what I told Bailey at the time. I was like, I don't think I need to be softened up any, right? But yeah, she's like, oh yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Do you guys have names picked out? Have you guys announced that?
We haven't announced it yet. Yeah, we're gonna keep it to ourselves for a little bit. But yeah, she's got her name already. But
she's doing like you said, a month and a half ish. So you're starting the Hardy tour, taking kind of a break, and then coming to finish it.
Yeah. Well, so it's like right whenever the tour starts. and we have a couple, I think, like a festival or so, and so she's due June 9th, and it's right there in the heart of it. So I don't know. I'll have to holler at Hardy, but we got a plane on standby, so it's just whenever it happens, we'll be back and forth. And like I said, we got a lot of friends and family, so she's gonna be well taken care of, and so yeah, it'll be a couple days off, and then probably back at it. You know, I gotta pay for diapers and shit now. So.
And do you plan? Is there any sort of anticipation by you to slow down as far as touring or music is concerned, or
not music, I guess, but touring.
You got those 40 songs banked, right?
Yeah. I don't really have any plans though right now. You know, it's kind of second nature to me. Whenever I'm home for a couple weeks, I start to get cabin fever. You know, and so the road's pretty much my home, and Bailey understands that. She's a great sport about it, and I'm sure once I see the baby girl, I'm probably gonna rethink it a little bit, but. I love playing music. I love being out on the road, and like I said, I got a lot of people depending on me. So we love getting out there and playing music for the fans. So I don't know. I say that now. Next time I holler at y'all, it'll probably be a little different. But
we just had John Purdy, and he was just talking about like how much it's changed. Like, well, now the girls come on the road with him some, and then also like he tries to like not cuss as much in front of them, which is new.
I think. My baby girl's first word is probably gonna be like "fuck" or something like that, you know. But no, his new song. What's the girl's his baby girl song?
I know it, the Driveaway one. I don't know. Something like that. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. He played it in Australia. We did me, him, Ashley Cook, and Zach Top did like an acoustic deal, and he played it, and I was about to tear up. I was like, I can't be crying on stage, you know, but It was amazing. It's very good.
Ew, and like Luke Combs came out with like the Fathers and Son album. I'm like, I'm wondering, are you gonna have some baby girl song?
We've talked about it. You know, we'll be in the studio and we'll be thinking of ideas to write about, and they keep going back. You want to write a baby girl song? Or say, I feel like that needs to be one of mine. You know, like me alone, and like I said, I haven't met her yet, so I'm sure once that moment comes, I'm gonna have all kinds of shit to write about. So.
Yeah.
I wanna get to know her, you know, and I might not like her, she might not like me.
Yeah.
No, she's gonna have me wrapped around her finger. I already know it. And so I think that's like a personal tune for me. So.
That's probably one that'll come to you.
Absolutely.
You're not gonna be looking for that.
For sure.
One.
Yeah. I don't need to go searching for any of that. I'm sure it'll be here before I know it.
And I was gonna ask, like, obviously you just said just a second ago that you like getting out on tour. What is the process like, though, to get prepped to go out on tour? Because I know as a fan, they might not, they see you in the town that they're closest to, but there's a lot that goes into this.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of preparation, or is it just as simple as packing your bags and getting out there?
It's honestly pretty simple for us. We tour. I mean, we play shows year round, so we'll have a couple rehearsals just to brush the cobwebs off, but. Even before we were doing the bigger tours and we were just touring year round, I think we haven't practiced maybe 20, 30 times. Out of my whole career, I think I might have had 30 practice dates. But yeah, like I said before, we're just some boys from Texas. We're a garage band, right? Mm-hmm. We go out, we play music, and that's pretty much all we know. So we just go out there, we do what it's kind of like a Saturday night, getting drunk with your friends and hanging out and playing music, and that's how we pretty much take every show. Just a little bit more fire, a little bit more smoke, and I don't know, some really loud guitars.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Now, you said you have a lot of people relying on you, so you have some other endeavors. You mentioned Outlaw Beer as one of them, but you also have Riot Room.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a Houston one on the way. Mm-hmm. Do you know when that's actually being opened?
It was supposed to be in May, and we keep pushing it back. We had some permit issues, I think, or whatever it was. And Houston's such a big city, right? And but I think we're pushing for June-ish, July maybe. So it's totally finished. Everything's done. We're just waiting on just the small things. It's kind of like a record, right? You have everything, but now you got to get the album cover, and it's got to go through so many people. So that's kind of the way we've attacked this whole thing. Is you take what you know from music and making records. It's kind of like making a bar for us. Mm-hmm. But the one in Fort Worth, we just had our 2-year anniversary there. It's been great. Still a lot of fun to go to and hang out. And I haven't been arrested at that one yet, so that's great. That was a plan. But yeah, opening up in Houston, and we're looking at a couple more locations in Texas, but trying to get this one in Houston off the ground, and then maybe think about it.
And correct me if I'm wrong, have you purchased a Nashville possible bar property?
Yes, and they want us to turn it into a Riot Room, but like I've said, I feel like it's I love Nashville so much, right? I've got a lot of respect for it, and but I don't feel like it's I'm from Texas. I'm a Texas boy, and that's why we started the Riot Rooms in Texas, because it's my roots. It's where I'm from. Bury me in Texas type deal, and I didn't feel like it was right for me to open up my Nashville bar, and so I'll let everybody else have at it, and we'll just stay to our own in Texas. But I don't know what it is. Can't really say too much about it.
Yeah,
So.
I don't know. I feel like everyone hates on the artist bars all over Broadway. Midtown is getting more names too.
Yeah.
So it would make sense to have one there where it kind of just like fits all the different vibes. Like Riley Green's very like
For sure.
outdoors. Old Dominion just opened theirs. I haven't been to theirs yet, but I'm imagining there's probably very Nashville.
I feel like that's a dream, right? Like, I mean, being an artist and having your own bar is that's really cool, right? And especially to have it on Broadway or in Nashville, for that matter. I think that's a really cool thing, So I don't know. I know a lot of people hate on it, but I think it's awesome. So,
Yeah.
and that was kind
Fair.
of the deal. I tried to persuade Parker to do one, and he was like, I don't know, maybe. I was like, just put it right next to the Riot Room, and we'll bounce off each other, or whatever. But I don't know. He's a dad now too. He's got his little baby boy Major. He's gonna be awesome. So it's I don't know. We're getting old. We're growing up, and it's crazy, Going from playing Love to 300 people in Cheatham Street to where we are now, it's awesome. So time's going fast.
Well, I think one of the things that's kind of helped your name get out there is your social media presence. I'm a big fan of the TikToks that you all post. Are you the one that puts those together, or is there?
I haven't been on TikTok, and I don't even know how long, probably a year or two. So,
But the Co-Olympics was, that's.
I do see the
no
videos because
notes,
I see the videos because I post them on Instagram, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, I have somebody else running my TikTok, and sometimes they'll post videos. I'm like, y'all got to start sending this shit through me. Like, y'all got to let me get my approval, because I look like a jackass half the time. But people like it, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
The people love it.
It keeps them up to date with what we're doing.
The people love it. And I feel like there's a couple like up and coming artists who I feel like they either get the Outlaw name or are trying to get the Outlaw name. That's up to other people to decide, I guess. How do you feel about people being like, oh, like they want to be Koe Wetzel?
I don't know. I don't know if anybody wants to be me, but I don't know. Good luck. It's a rough life. But no, it's the crop of musicians and artists that are coming up now are fantastic. I think country music's in such a good place, and I know it's a lot of fun to watch. And I think it was, somebody showed me a video. Oh, it was Chili Fest, and I think it might have been a Hudson Westbrook or one of the younger artists that are coming up, and they're like, "Who you ready to see?" And they said, Koe Wetzel. It's who I grew up listening to, and I was like,
Ooh.
"The fuck? Like, am I getting that old?" But I guess I am. But I think in October it's gonna be 13 or 14 years of us playing music and putting out music. So I guess we're getting up there now. But that was a kick to the chest right there.
That's flattering though too. It's like artists that are coming up that are having success or are listening to you when they grew up.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. And looking back, I was doing the exact same thing. And it's really cool. It puts a smile on my face to know that I had some kind of influence on people's music and stuff. So,
Another question about another like a one-off thing maybe. Do you have PBR bowls?
I do. I think I have. Right, I can't keep up with them because my partner Blake Sharp, he'll just send me one. He's like, "This one's got a lot of talent." I'm like, "All right, cool, let's get it." So I think I'm at like 7 or 8 right now. Our main bulls that we have out right now are Mike's Motive and Rockville, which I have with Giovanni from Giovanni and the Hired Guns. we just got a new one out. He just had its debut, named Hail Mary, and he's a bad cat. He's a young bull, but he's really good. Yeah, I've always been a fan of PBR. My granddad, he loved watching it, so we would just sit in the living room and watch, bucking bulls all night. And so it's been a fun experience to be around it. And like I said, my partner Blake Sharp, he's a great dude. He takes care of a lot of us, and I don't know, it's a fun hobby, I guess.
Yeah. Is the goal to have the bull of the year eventually?
That would be awesome. But like I said, just putting out quality bulls and giving these riders good scores is the main goal. Because it's kind of like a team effort, right? And you want the riders to stay on. You want the riders to get a great score out of the bulls. So I think that's really our goal, is just producing great bulls for people to win some money off of.
Does that give you any sort of like the same sense that you felt whenever you were like playing sports, like having a bull in the fight, or not in the fight?
Yeah, I mean, it's just I'm a competitor, right? So I've had that mindset, but I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not about being first in the PBR game, unless you're a rider for sure. But for us, it's just putting out. It's fun, watching. The bulls are just as much as athletes as the riders are, right? And so I think the love for it, the love Blake shows for it. It's cool to have all that put together.
Yeah. And any listicle that I ever see, it's like, these country artists played sports at one point.
Yeah.
You're always on there. Obviously, you have the football background. Is there anything that, playing sports kind of prepared you to handle, a career in country music? Is there any sort of thing that you learned in your sports playing days that has transferred over?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, whenever I was younger, I played varsity ball as a freshman in high school, and I think just keeping your head down, persevering. Shit gets really hard sometimes, and especially in music business, whenever you're on the road. There were times whenever I was playing music where I didn't know if this is what I wanted to do. There were a couple times I debated on going back home and pouring concrete again. It's kind of the same thing with sports. You just keep your head down, you work hard, you get to where you want to go, right? And it's kind of the same with the music. We've always just stayed in our own lane. We've done our own things. We haven't really tried to be anybody else, just been ourselves, and just beat it up continuously. Just beat the road up, put out music, and just one after the other, and it just kind of builds itself into what it is now. So absolutely, football and baseball taught me a lot about what I do today, and that came from a young age.
Mm-hmm.
We know you're a Cowboys fan and a Rangers fan.
Rangers fan, yeah.
Are there any other sports or teams that you have allegiance to?
My Dallas Stars right now. I'm a big Stars fan. I just got into hockey a couple years ago.
It's fun.
I was a big Mighty Ducks fan, growing up. I love Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
I always wanted to play, but I'm from Texas. There's not a whole lot of hockey going on down there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just got into it a couple years ago. And I love it. It's awesome. My Stars. I can't remember if they won last night or not. I don't know if they did.
Yeah.
I didn't. But y'all probably. Is this
The Preds are here.
Preds? Yeah. I was gonna say Sabres.
They didn't make the playoffs, so
Yeah.
we didn't have to worry about it. But.
Y'all had a pretty good team though.
Last year they snuck into the playoffs, and then this year it was like, wow, they made a ton of moves to make that jump, and they were. I won't get too much into it.
Dallas usually has a really good squad. We're in the finals 2-3 years ago. I don't know.
The Rangers just won. What was it? Not last year.
2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. And last year we had a bunch of injuries and shit. Right. I feel like everybody was hurt. This year we've got a really good squad coming back in. We got pitchers back. We've got damn near everybody back.
You turn on a lot of Rangers games while you're on the road, or
we do. Yeah. We're all pretty much diehard Rangers and Cowboys fans. So.
That's the great thing about baseball is it seems like there's always a game on.
Yeah,
okay,
for sure.
Now, question. So I get the sports betting on football. Do you also sports bet on baseball?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
You do any home run bets, Cole?
I don't do any home run bets.
Okay.
I'm an over under guy on baseball.
Okay.
But and that's crazy because it can be a 2-run game, it can be a 1-run game,
Yeah.
or it can be, I can't remember there was a record set the other day. I think it was 27 or some shit. Don't quote me on that either, but might just be pulling that out of my ass. But Yeah, I love baseball. I love football. I was gonna wear my Cowboys hoodie today, but I figured my publicist is gonna be like, absolutely not. You can't wear that. It's really trashy.
All right, now we're going to dive into some rapid fire to wrap up. But before we do, is there anything that maybe we didn't touch on that you want to share? Anything else exciting going on? I already know you shared a ton, but
No, the Hardy tour. Getting out there with Steven Wilson Jr. Hardy. I got to meet Steven probably 8 or 9 months ago. Great dude.
I'm a big fan of Steven
Me
Wilson.
too.
Dude,
Yeah.
same, right? And I was a fan of his music before I met him, and then I met him, and he's just one of the most genuine dudes you ever meet, you know. And he's got so many layers to him. Like,
Yeah.
he'll tell you, you know, I was in boxing, cool. Also, I think he was like a microbiologist or something like that, and I was just like, and he just keeps on. I'm like, this is insane, right? But
Yeah.
He did an interview on the Dan Patrick show. If you haven't seen that, like that was really cool. He just, like you said, he's got a ton of different things spread throughout his life, and now obviously he's really good at what he's doing now too. So
was it the Star Spangled Banner that he did at the draft?
The draft.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
I texted him right after. I was like, "Bro, you just bodied that bitch," and he was like, "Yeah, that was a lot of people." I was like, "Yeah."
Well, and that's what I'm hoping, like going on tour with you guys. Hopefully, like this just takes them to that next level. That's the goal when
sure.
you go on that kind of tour.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and like I said, and being with Hardy and Steven, it's gonna be a fun group, and it's just gonna be a badass tour. We're really excited about that.
Okay. Awesome. Let's dive into some rapid fire.
Oh no.
It's easy, I promise. We ask all the artists this, so it's nothing too wild. What are your predictions for the rest of 2025?
On what, life or?
Anything. I kind of
Very
like this. Whatever
open-ended,
comes
yeah.
to mind.
Okay. It's going to be a huge change for me because there's just so much going on in my life. You know, with being a dad and tour with Hardy and them, and new music on the way, and it's going to be a big change for me. I feel like, and I don't know, I just kind of prepare myself for the rest of the year. This year's already been great. It's gone by so quick. Like, we're almost in May. You know, it's insane how fast it's already gone by. But yeah, it's gonna be a great year, and can't wait for the rest of it. Can't wait for 2026.
what song do you have on repeat right now?
Way Too High, Muscadine Bloodline.
Fair.
The I don't know what it is. I told him whenever we were in the studio last week, I was like, man, that's a tune, right? And you got Gary rapping at it in the very beginning. I was like, man, it's yeah, I've got it on repeat for sure.
Is there anything, I mean, we touched on country music and sports, but is there anything else outside of those that you you're really passionate about, you're obsessed with in a sense?
Golf, yeah. I've been
okay.
golfing a lot. Like I said, my scorecard doesn't reflect it at all. But golf, fishing season's around the corner. But it's just trying to find time to get on the boat and actually fish.
Yeah.
We're so damn busy these days. It's kind of hard to get out there and do it.
Same with golf. Full round of golf can take up a lot of
with
time.
golf, you know, like with on tour, we keep the clubs on the bus. It's easier to get out there and golf whenever we're running around. But fishing, it's I don't know.
Me and my girlfriend were walking around McCabe, the park over here where you can golf at, and we're both like, we want to get into golf, but like these guys have been at it for like how many years and they still suck, and I'm not going to get any good. So
Yeah, I've kind of accepted the fact that I'm never going to be good at golf. I can go out there, I can shoot, you know, pretty good. I'm not going to say anything because, but I mean, I can hit the ball pretty good, but like I've just accepted the fact like I'm not going to be great. I'm not going to be on tour.
It's more just you're outside, you're with the guys.
It's a good thing. It's being outside, you know, having a few beers, catching up with old friends. It's, you know, having a little side bet going on. Like I said, I'm competitive, so I love to bet on the game, even though I suck. But if I suck, you're gonna have to give me a couple holes or you know, a couple strokes. So
Gotcha.
we talked about this before we started, but what's your go-to hangover cure?
Man, greasy food, like greasy food. And I've been trying to like stay away from it. You know, I've been trying to eat healthy and do all these healthy things. But whenever I'm hungover, I'm like the biggest baby. Like, get the fuck away from me. I want what I want. And so yeah, big greasy cheeseburger. I've been drinking these Element packets. It's like a hydration stick. I'll throw those, and I think you're only supposed to drink like one a day. I'll do like 2 or 3. That's some greasy food, a little bit of Advil, and of course 2 or 3 more beers.
Yeah.
And then we're good.
The next two questions we have: name something overrated and name something underrated. Typically, we just ask the first one, and then I just say the other one, just so.
All right,
have them both on the
overrated. Man, I don't want to piss nobody off. Overrated. Let's go underrated. Man, that's a hard one.
My mind goes food, but other people.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say like a restaurant.
Yeah.
All right, underrated. Chili's.
Oh yeah, for sure. Triple dipper.
Amen.
Triple dipper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That might not have been a good one. Because I feel like everybody, if you don't like Chili's, fuck you, right? Damn, I don't know.
An artist. A show, a TV show. Are you watching a lot of TV right now?
I am kind of, but I don't know.
I can tell you're being careful. You're like,
I know.
I am. I got, yeah.
Okay, you
I
don't have
get
to
my
answer
message.
overrated, just underrated.
All right, underrated. I would say Chili's. I want to do something else. Hold on. Underrated. Damn it. We're going to go with Chili's.
yeah. This is
Jesus.
a tough rapid fire question, I guess, because there's so many different things that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can go any direction.
Yeah.
Do you have any recent embarrassing onstage moments?
Not recently, I don't think.
That's good.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Or if it was, I was probably too drunk to remember. I probably have a couple of them, and as soon as this comes out, people are gonna be commenting, "Oh yeah, remember when you did this?" I'm like, yeah, kind of.
What is the largest animal you could take in a 1v1 fight?
Is that like the thing that's going on? What's up with the 100 dudes versus one gorilla?
Yeah. Well, that's the. I think this episode will come out a little bit after that, and maybe the internet will still be talking about that. But,
For sure.
But yeah, the thing on the internet is the 100 men versus one gorilla. If the 100 guys could.
What do y'all got in that fight?
Oh, I can't even take a dog. I'm not taking
100
anything.
men or one silverback gorilla?
Well, I think that there's.
We've had this debate like between like a moose and like how many people it takes to take down a moose, and like it's like off the bat they're taking out 10, and then so it's like how many more do you need to take down the gorilla?
I think it could get really ugly.
I think
pretty
so,
quickly
too.
if the gorilla was able to
gorilla.
enforce.
And like I feel like they don't tire out, right? So
I don't think so. And then like it's anything goes once he picks up a guy by the ankles and starts swinging him
yeah,
around.
man.
So.
I've seen like Planet of the Apes and shit.
I'm
I
running.
mean, that's an ape.
So you would say not a gorilla, because this is
No,
just 1v1.
absolutely not. Yeah, 1v1. I think I was with Dale Brisby on his podcast, and I think I said like a sea lion or some dumb shit like that. I think I'm gonna have to like rethink that though, right? Because after I said it, I was like, I went and looked one up, and I was like, yeah, there's no way. But all right, let's say do I have any kind of weapon or just bare hand?
I think
bare
it's just
knuckle?
bare
Bare.
hands. Yeah.
Man.
Again, I'm not taking a dog. Like
A
a
dog?
small dog I can take.
Yeah,
not,
small
not,
dog. We got that. I'm thinking
big
like
dog.
like no teeth, claws. Oh, man.
What we've got answers like coyotes.
Yeah. John Party said coyotes.
Yeah.
Cody.
Which I'm like,
yeah.
I'm not taking a coyote. But
I'd say like man, a steer.
okay.
Like a steer
You think
wrestling,
yeah,
right? People
yeah.
take down steers all the time.
Good
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah.
Good answer.
It's a
I'd
new
take
one.
a steer.
That's a new one. What is your ideal dive bar meal? So you pick one shot, one beer, and one bar food.
One shot, Jack Daniels. I haven't drank whiskey in a while, so I'm kind of like hankering for it, I guess.
We'll change that tonight.
Yeah. See you at Red Door. No. So Jack Daniels, shot of Jack Daniels, a cold Outlaw beer.
Smart.
Plug.
Yep.
Bar food. Some chicken wings.
Love some chicken wings.
Boneless or bone-in? Does it matter?
Depends.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love bone-in. I hate how messy they are, right?
Yeah.
'Cause you get shit everywhere. It's like, we'll say bone-in. Yeah.
And last one, what's your favorite tattoo?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm pretty covered up. I'm finna get a new one, so we'll say that. It's the tombstone. So I've already got Say When from Doc. You know, he's like Say When, whatever. But whenever it's him and Johnny Ringo, whenever they first kind of meet up and they start speaking Latin to each other, it's like in vino veritas, in wine there is truth. So we're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with the new tattoo. We're gonna go with that one.
On the way.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, that's it. Thanks for being here.
Thank y'all for having me.
We're excited for some new music.
Definitely.
Yeah, I am too. I'm ready to put it out. We're excited about this new chapter and just can't thank y'all for always putting on for us and everything y'all do for music. So
Yeah,
of course.
We appreciate it.
And I'm excited to see what iconic baby girl name you guys chose.
I know, right?
Best of
It's
luck
probably
going,
with something like I don't know, something weird.
going into fatherhood. Best of luck.
Yeah.
You'll be
Thank
great.
y'all.
You'll be
Appreciate it.
good.